Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermornings. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming to you over the airways on WNTF, Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love and support of our good friends over at indiecd.org, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, and musicians. We're also made possible by sales of the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, which are all part of my ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled the sword to teaching the art to others. We are also made possible by sales of Hasten Hellfire. A dark secret has claimed 2 lives and is hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only his aunt, a plucky reporter, her cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. And together we will stand in just about less than 2 weeks at indiecd.con3, a free-to-the-public convention for independent creators. Authors, artists, creatives can come together to promote independent creativity, featuring book signings from your next favorite authors, art and on-site art commissions, tabletop gaming opportunities, unique crafts, and so much more. This will be held March 7th, 2026, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 410 South Aidway, Suite B, Fowler, Indiana, 47944. Now, we have a lot going on, and this is going to feed right into it. You may note I'm a little mellow today. Gotta get into accountability and how it applies to you guys. Last night, there was one of those bangs downstairs that sounded like somebody was coming through the door. We're not real sure what happened. We suspect feline intervention. But it required me going down the stairs very late at night with malicious intent towards anyone whose last name wasn't my own, coming through the door. The situation was dealt with. It wasn't anyone, but with the stability of the region right now, it could have been. And that gave me what was known as an adrenaline rush, which always causes a few things. 1, it means I don't sleep for many hours. And 2, it means my sleep is toss and turning at best. So I'm running on about 3 or 4 hours, and none of that straight. So it's going to be a little careful. my voice is just a little dorked up too. That's okay. I don't think any of you will mind that. Accountability for the weekend has been con prep, reaching out, making sure that people get the assigned paperwork, and reaching out to more vendors to see if they're interested, more advertising opportunities between myself and my lovely wife, house cleaning because we had a visit from my lovely brother Richard, and just some additional formatted work. But now we're back into our week. Now, I'm not going to be one to stand on ceremony or waste valuable time that I am in front of a computer, so I will be multitasking at least today, which means you guys get some bonus art. I don't think anyone will be offended. I also, and this is important, this is a matter of current events and the applications thereof. I took some time out to protect my peace, and I find myself doing this more. I have worked very hard to provided that the individuals involved have the ability to be at all polite, maintain a fairly open and, if slightly crosswise, political spread, so I don't end up in a echo chamber. However, of late, the rudeness of certain folks has reached a point where I am no longer tolerating it. There's no point in me attempting to enlighten them. There's no point in wasting my incredibly valuable time dealing with them trolling on my page. When I deal with a person such as this, I do not merely negate them from my Facebook. I negate them from just about everything. I have in the past lost money. I have lost opportunities, but there are a few stances I have to stand and say, no, this is wrong. I cannot allow it. And one of those stances is I will not allow someone to be abusive on my page to anyone else who is on my page without incredibly just provocation. As that wasn't given, I've asked a few. I encourage you to do this as well. We are creatives. We are the people who watch this show tend to be authors. They tend to be artists. They tend to be indie CD folks. If not, they should be indie CD folks. But I also believe they're very civil. I pride myself in being able to speak with people of different religions, different philosophies, different actual political standings. But I cannot abide loud and aggressive people. They tend to be vexations upon the spirit. And while I hold no animosity, that is, to them, I also don't have to tolerate their presence. In taking this stance, I find it much more comfortable. And given the way my world may be at points and what I have to deal with, I see no reason to waste spoons on the blatantly unworthy. I encourage you to do so as well. That gives me more time to focus on helping people. So I'm going to keep doing that. Now, today I need to work on bookmarks artistically. So I have a new format. I am working on it. I'm going to be doing things in different art styles just to get ideas percolating and chatting with you guys for at least the next hour. Well, yeah, at least the next 50 minutes. And we're going to see how I can be of service, how you can be in service to each other, what good we can do on this unnecessarily cold and annoyance-inducing morning. It did not need to be 21 degrees. I did not need to see that white floofy stuff. Yes, I'm fully aware it is February. Yes, it is February in Indiana. I am fast approaching the desperate need for temperate to warm weather, reasonable doses of sunlight while the sun hasn't reached its unholy heights, and the ability to get some things done. Therefore, we are going to work on that. Yes, I have brought cranky old man energy to my Monday stream. I hope you don't mind. Sometimes you just have to do that. It's a little spicy. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a commercial, run and try to get my beverage that I did not bring in, and then we'll probably go through your comments. We'll do some art, run some music, probably Dan Hallfield style, and just try to have a wonderful, chill morning to start this week productively and creatively and uplifting. And if people aren't uplifting, then they can up. Anyway, let's go. Word from our sponsors. Moving, for all types of weather, never say never. Got to get back onto my show on time. Oh, wait. Empty chair? That's not for naught. One moment. Better. Hydration is your friend. Occasionally. Now, got a little bit more of my voice back. Let's see what we have. In the chat real quick, first through the door is Carl Wisman. Good morning, Carl. Sorry to be late, he says. I was watching the video, lost track of time. That's literally how YouTube works. Heaven help you if you discover C-dramas. Period. C-dramas will destroy any semblance of time. LL, you are correct there, Foxy. And good morning, Foxy. Thanks for coming by and playing along on last night's live stream. Oh, it was fun. You should include YT addiction to YouTube's a model. You should include YT's addiction model when you discuss attention. Good morning. And one of Carl's favorite topics in psychology is memory. Good point. The algorithm is designed to hypnotize you into endless watching. It certainly is. And hey, everyone. Hey, Donna. Hey, Dan and Donna. And I think sometimes I confuse the algorithm because I tend to switch from extremes. That makes sense. We have similar difficulties because as I don't mind reading subtitles, the algorithm thinks I speak an incredible number of languages. It's really quite flattering. But between that and the fact that my YouTube watching side of things is the one that we all watch from most of the time. We don't switch between channels. Between accounts. Therefore, my account has a whole bunch of Mandy's interests, a whole bunch of Xander's interests, a whole bunch of family interests, and then my own niche interests, all wrapped up into one huge pile of several hundred watched channels. It does make it difficult to keep track of things sometimes. And Foxy is waving at everyone. Hi. Also, pre-show note, yesterday I dislocated a rib. So I'm in extreme pain and maybe odder than normal. That is utterly despicable. I know that feeling. Please take it easy. Please breathe gently. I'll try not to be too hilarious. I can't promise anything, though. Don't forget to like and share, folks. Yes, I am actively fighting the algorithms. Botrex has successfully joined the channel. Hello, Botrex, and gentle hugs for Foxy. Hey, Nick. Hey. Hello. Oh, that's a lot of O's. Something new, Grant? Usually when Grant has that many O's, there's something good coming out of him. All the while doing the extreme sport of lifting a small bag of potatoes. Potatoes are good. We like potatoes. And I understand it's always the stupid things that injure us. Ouch, Foxy. And hey, Grant. Hey, Nick. Is lifting a small bag of potatoes a euphemism? Sadly, no. Okay, Winter, we tried it your way. Can we have some warm weather now? My knee is achy. That's what I was doing when the rib slipped out. I want some more snow, but it can stick to the mountains. Foxy, your bones and muscles are just so loose that it is a wonder that you don't explode sometimes. It really is quite a thing. And March 7th is coming soon, indeed. And it's coming for us all. I can't wait to see all of you guys there. Every year that we keep doing this, even if the attendance is dicey, we are earning reputation. And I find that there are many organizations and individuals that will not take you seriously unless you are several years into regularly putting on a good show. So each time has the potential to be a great deal better than the last, and it just requires some hard work and a little bit of faith. Right, that's why I'm chasing a diagnosis of Edler-Daniels. Close enough, EDS. I have my current favorite diagnosis of all time in that I have a diagnosed to undiagnosed connective tissue disorder. Or the famous, we don't know what's wrong with you, but there's something wrong with you. Oh, yes, I also have to admit, was it Friday? Was it Friday night I goofed up? Yes, Friday night I had a med error. And basically, I accidentally took my morning meds with a dose of my morning meds instead of my evening meds. And that completely basically made me bedridden for Saturday because my meds are not subtle things. And anybody who's had to deal with this, especially with things like nerve meds and blood pressure meds. Yeah, I was goofy. So I just slept and slept and slept. That's part of why I couldn't sleep after the adrenaline. My whole circadian rhythm went off. But I hope you can get that. I hope it helps. They are very expensive, but there is a company that has come out with like leggings style garments and back support style garments, and they're expanding their line, but they have cabling. It's heavy elasticized garments with actual cabling that runs the path of major muscle groups, so that you can literally twist a knob and have constant, proper support to all your muscle groups. Right now, it's very expensive and very niche, but that means the technology is out there, and hopefully it will trickle down into a format that's cheap enough for us to be able to afford, and it might really help a lot of us who have conditions like that. FYI, guys, Grant Dross returns next week. That explains it. I knew something was up with that many O's out of you, Grant. And on Wednesday at Donna House, doctor checkup, so we won't be here. Well, I'm sorry about that. Good to know, Grant. Oh, nice, Grant. You have 1 week to follow Cryptids number 4. And there's the link for that Kickstarter. Hey, good morning, Dawn. Dawn is, of course, the mistress mind behind the stories of Buddy and Georgette, whom we will pause. There we go. How are you, my dear? And hey, Dawn. Hi, Dawn. Hey, Dawn, and now what else I missed? Well, Cal's sleeping in my arms. He's now watching the birds outside my window. How delightful. These cats love watching birds. Yesterday, Hermione, a little BB, pointed out the first robin I had seen. Looked again, and 5 were in the yard. Good. And hello, Matthew Crakey. Anyone want to be follower number 33 on his Kickstarter project, The Night Slayers? Oh, are you back to re-releasing number 1? That is very cool. And hi, Grant. And hey, Matthew. So, is there a cryptid that is zebra-like? Does Anita Lanning count? I've certainly got unofficial stripes. And yeah, Filsing, the Tasmanian tiger. Well said, Carl. And good morning, everyone. I hope that all of you had an enjoyable weekend and that are staying warm today. Working on the warm. Filsing, Filsing. Just call him Phil. And they have been spotted. So, yes, debate still whether extinct or not. Methinks Nick is giving hints about his alter life. I don't know what you're talking about. They call folks Eoth. Oh, EDS, yes. Hey, Chris, ducks for incoming squee. And there were squeeze. The 5-striped gum zebra. Now you see it clearly like the gum's flavor. It's gone! It was already outgoing by the time you ducked, Carl. My babies. Hit by the squee force. Wait, the squee force? Dun, 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 dun. That squee hit you in the forehead, Carl. We're not going to discuss what he was doing. Anyway, yep. Planning to launch in July. Cool. Keep us surprised. Well, I'm just going to bring up some art real quick. You guys know the routine because, like I said, I have things I need to work on. So you guys get to kind of hang out with me while I do that. And we're going to bring this. Carl wants to know where Dawn is today. Where in the world is Don San Diego? Oh, tell me where in the world is Don San Diego? Anyway, time lapse. Believe it or not, I already have the time lapse set up to record. I am going to put some music on. And I'm going to be making bookmarks, probably set out a few of these, depending on how long the show goes. Let's bring this back down to where you guys want it, which should be right around 20. And we'll open up with whatever. By Dan Hallfield. By Dan Hallfield. Cancer Center. just from, oh, I know now, just from your cancer center, radiation, then hydration. I know now, just from your Muncie capture, Lamau. I think this morning therapist is going to have to deal with me as I am. Okay. Not stalking, but helping. You had a rough night, so you got played today. But you do what you need. We're just going to be chilling. I already did the blue eggs while I was waiting for the show to load. And the idea is, I just thought it'd be nice to do a sort of top-down, and I don't even know if I can pull this one off, but a top-down, very nice, ornate fish, kind of looping through. It's going to be a lot of work to make this a viable situation, but we're going to see what we can do. I've never been one to shy away from mildly challenging myself. And we're sorry for Ted. We hope he had it. I hope things go better for him. We're pulling for Ted. We're all pulling for Ted. Okay. So, one more one. And I want to start with something a bit like this. Now, I don't know if I'm going to go a more painterly approach or if I'm going to go a more hardline approach. But I think the best shot is to play it by ear. Yeah, hopefully he can get his rest. We really want Ted to do that. We want Ted to feel as strong and as healthy as humanly possible, given the nature of the situation. I'm going to undo this. I didn't like the way that brush stroke fell. So I'm just going to start with some lining. To try to get a fairly distinct feel for this. And it may, like I said, it may or may not work, but we're going to see what we can do. I did not know how much fancy-tailed guppies had really progressed. And it really intrigues me. Hey, stop. Hey! Hi, dearie. How are you doing? Oh, that was brilliant. You know I love some good mecha goodness. Whoops. And is that like the dark side, Carl? Will there be cookies? I think the dark side is offering pie this week. Oh, no. Pie Day is next month. Ooh, I'm still in Morningstar. And you know what? About the extra cream, but makes you crave sugar. But there it is. Oh, yeah. He's back from radiation. Of course, you take your time. We will be here. And we're just calmly. These brush strokes are just terrible. But I'm going to try to get the feel for it. This may be one I have to skim and redo a few times to figure out which pen I really want to use. But if I can get the majority of the feeling going, I'm hoping this will look cute. Well, I just sit and bang out some big old rocks, and we just slowly progress on the design. And to those expecting my usual content of, attractive fantasy women and dragons, well, we already have one very nice dragon with a decent elf attached to it. Well, actually reading a story for one, but we will have more. Just right now, I want to make sure my my content is diversified. Nope, don't want that. That's too small. Back here. There we go. That as sort of annotating the water's edge. Well, we're just going to groove through it. Oh, absolutely. The power of chaos does demand sugar. Sugar is amazing stuff. Yeah, there we go. I need a bigger brush. When everything is done like it should be, just be there. Like that, just straight. Very elegant and a very chill piece. Oh, flu meds are horrible, Dan. And good morning. I don't know if I said good morning to you yet, but absolutely good morning. There we go. Do this right. And that's a big hit, but I admit it freely. I might be able to get a sort of pond-like vibe from it. And I think that'll be just a pleasant thing for a fish tank, a pond-style, fish situation. That's it. And right now, it's very exciting. I know. But sometimes you have to ease your way through. Are you still battling that flu? You may need to get medical intervention. I do agree. My doctor told me she doesn't like prescribing flu meds because the side effects are more trouble than they are worth. It can be, especially depending on the person. Oh, dang, spam call was happening right as you were commenting on my comment. I had to go back to watch it. I was mad. Hung up immediately, still left a voicemail message. Arg! Oh, I understand. But no, I had a lot of fun with that video, especially since, again, it was about the Warhammer. And I have a fondness for units in games that just basically work. You know, not the fanciest, not the prettiest, certainly not the newest, but they just sort of work. Yes, absolutely, all the time. Okay, now, let's lose these blues. Okay. This isn't bad. Oh wait, no, because I'm going to need blues back in a bit. Well, in a bit. Right now they're distracting. And I don't need them as a distraction. So we'll try to make my life as relatively painless as possible. I'm going to add another layer, so I can multiply. And we'll see the other layers. And we'll go into very light because it's going to get very dark when I work on this. And that's going to be okay. We're going to just keep this simple for now. Whoop. See, that's why. This. You should try to close your lines, but that's not too bad. Let's see. It goes away for a day or two, then I wake up in the middle of the night coughing and waking up. Okay, if it's going away and then coming back, you might consider doing a deep dive, like a hard clean of all your dishes and boil your toothbrushes or replace them. You might be reinfecting yourself. I'm not a medical professional. I've just been sick a lot. Good morning, y'all. I had to restart and update my laptop. Isn't that just the way, Angelina? But we're glad you made it. Government needs to intervene on these spam callers. They're a real problem. I just need the weather to decide it's time for spring. Oh, and good advice from Morningstar. If you have a residual cough, neti pot use and sitting in a steamy room with shower helps. And Angelina, and don't forget, you know what? Honey in the tea. That's true too. And greetings from Donna to Angelina and going by Star. Cool. As soon as I did it, I saw what I did wrong. Like the second I did it, I saw what I did wrong. So, just trying to get some decent flats in. Go. And I can come back up here, grab this, and just little bits. Put a nice soft yellow. Obviously, I'm being artistically very subtle with these guys. You know me. The king of subtlety. Okay. Go around that then. I know I need a little more refinement. There we go. Not that much refinement. Reach. This. this. Do one of these. If I do this right, which is a big if, it will have a radiance, and I'm looking for a definite radiant vibe to it. So here, I switch to this, do that, do that, do that too. I want to give that water a vibe. So now I need, how do I want to do this? Add a layer, blend mode, multiply. We'll ignore everything else. A fairly dark color, like this. And I know it's going to come back, have faith. And let's see. My teapot. Good point. Eyes replace my toothbrush after a sickness. Consider me rook-minded. Also Lufton. Yeah! How does anybody breathe without every once in a while opening up their windows to air things out? I did not know that was a German thing. It was so ingrained in my family. I think the recurrence is outstanding cold digging cat crazy. And grief will make you more prone to illness. There won't be bombs or bullets. It'll be a virus. After humanity is gone, the robo spam calls will continue until the cell phone batteries die. I'm sure that did not help. I'm so sorry. Probably not wrong though. No, that's not gonna help your matters much at all. Here. Here. So it's a tricky part. If I pull this off. No, I mean, I would hope I can. Now, what I'm trying to do is get this where the parts that are closest to disturbing the water are basically where they need to be. Come back here. Go here. Here. Go only to the Nope. I'm gonna have to do that the hard way. Yes. We have this. Yep. I am burdened by the slings and arrows of outrageous indignity. A little bit there. A little bit there. Now we're starting to get a good overall look. Well, maybe you just need, yeah. Oh yeah, sleep apnea pillows are amazing. I can't remember. Oh, you said you have a machine, but mine literally saved my life. I have absolutely no qualms with my machine. I wouldn't have made it this far if it wasn't for my sleep apnea machine. Add that sense of depth, and now we're going to come here, add another layer, and I think I'm going to go soft light with this. A bit of this. Feel much smaller. I like this. Yes, I do. I'm liking this. I'm liking how this is. Right. I do need to come down to like this layer. The bottom, just a bit. Make sure it's not so they're knocking at my door. So I'm going to take a moment. I like the way this is coming. It looks pretty good on your screen too. No, just bad allergies or just factory. I'd still consider getting a sleep study done, Dan. I'll hide that. I really do, because it won't hurt anything, save for the cost, but it will help tremendously if it is needed. And I am going to run a commercial, and let's see. I need to bring some more commercials in here. I've heard there's some new things that are out, so I will run. Yeah, let's run this one.
From the moment Security Chief Michael Fassino heard her lilting voice, he was smitten with the Irish lady in distress. But what's invaded his home station at Calidar? And what's that Irish voice doing in his head?
You can find all of Donna Carlene's books on Lulu.com. Find out more about her on the NDCD page at ndcd.org.
All right. Howdy, guys. Now, the cats are very angry with me right now because today isn't supposed to be a work day, but they They don't know that. Just going to play a bit with the ripples. I'm looking for a slightly dreamy feel. And I'm hoping that this does a bit to achieve that. Let's see. How does that look? That actually looks pretty cute. It's a little sketchy, though. A little too sketchy. There we go. I'm just going to use the eraser to refine some of these ripples just a bit. I may revisit a couple spots where they could be just tweaked. Just tweaked. No harm, no foul. Just should even go to the soft eraser so I have a little bit more edge to work with. And I know some of you are really liking a good bit of edge. So we're going to light that. I'm going to get the music going again. Maybe, if I can get to the right place. Let's go to Daytona Boardwalk. Switch that up. I can help you with that, my dear Angelina. Ask and you shall receive it. This should be what you're looking for. So please screenshot this. And I'll give you a good bit of time to make sure that that is fully screenshotted for you. And that will give you a decent breakdown of a lot of the shows. Now, these are all through the Indie CD, usually streamed to the Indie CD main group, and then all our regular channels. I do see a slight error on one of them, but that's okay. And we'll put that away. Bring back BCAM's logo because he starred Nevermind the Furthermore, and I don't want anybody to forget that. Now go back to the sprayer, running color spray. Like this. Just a little bit of dappling goes a long ways for making the water just a little less perfect. And I'm kind of, like I said, I'm kind of digging how this is coming out. We've played with the soft light. Could almost add another level, but it's almost there. It's not quite where I want it to be, but that's part of the process of just learning and growing and coming up with new ideas. Here. Let me see if I can't get it. Play with adding some color at different levels to brighten up some of this. Make it not quite so monotone. There we go. And now that I have the lines to follow, I can mirror as above, so below kind of energy. Into that. I've been trying to get the water lines to look right on a picture for decades. I'll probably be chasing it for decades. It's sort of my artistic white whale. Oh, my pleasure. I do genuinely live just to be of service. And it looks like the stream's going to go probably a little long today, and that's okay. I want some of the blue light reflection up on the rock from the water itself, and some of the blue light as it transfers down. Like I said, not perfect, but still not bad. Not bad. Like, I was right to be a little proud of this one. Now, the real question is, do I want to come here? This is the part where I'm going to do some stuff and probably rapidly hit that undo button. No, see, that's already too. No, because it's leaving light lines in its wake. Do I like that? No. That's like, it's good, but not quite what I'm looking for it to do yet. So let's see, what layer do I need to play with? Probably down here, because I know I need a blur effect. But I'm not sure what level I want it on. So I have to kind of play around just slightest bit to see what's going to give me what I'm looking for. That's okay. I do kind of like this one. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Let's see. I need multiply level. I need light gray. And again, let me see, I want this one. I want to try to get a bit more roundness out of the rocks. A bit more. You know that soft, water-worn feel that rocks get sometimes? I definitely want to get that vibe. That's not bad. I like this. I like where it's going. I loved it when Grimlock said better, but not better. No. Now. Here. I need to do a bit. Whoops. A bit of line work repair here. But this way I can play with it and not worry too much. It's a little overkill for what I'm doing. I just want to cut some of that digitalization out from over there. What was that one? Pound that back out real quick. Do I like that? Yeah, we're getting that. Yeah. We'll come here. And we'll go down to 0, probably, because I like 0. Don't sign it. Ooh, circle goes round and round. Well, we're still connected, so I'm not worried about it. This part and dark that into the corner. And go down just there we go. I love being able to do the little tweaks like that. How does that look now? Honestly, not bad. Save as. We'll call this Fancy Fish in Pond bookmark. And we'll do that. I'll save that like that. Give that a moment. Export that in ping so that it's easy to work with. And then we will come to the time lapse. Export that time lapse too. And we'll just get that done. It'll take it a minute. I need to do an upload on all those, but we're okay. Now, I know I'm running late today, so if anybody needs to go catch Nita's show, I won't be offended. But I have work that needs done, so I'm going to be banging out some more bookmarks and trying to get things done. So we can go here, use the same format, set up the time lapse so I don't forget. And then we'll figure out what we're doing next. But before then, I think it might be time for an ad. So we will pause the music. And guys, remember, you can get all Dan's music over on Bandcamp. It's wonderful stuff, especially for getting things done. And let's see, what else do I have that I can promote? You know, I haven't promoted her in a bit. I do have a picture I have to do separate from this, but I wanted to make sure little man is watching when I do that one. So let me find a pose I want to work from. And Oh, I have a message over here. Let me check. Where I get my poses, a lot of times I'm just pulling them from thin air. I'm just, thinking in terms of what do I want to see, what makes for an interesting, I'm trying to do something specific and I don't even have time to look things up. A lot of times I follow a great number of cosplayers and models on Instagram, for example, for the purpose of having different body types to reference. So sometimes I need to draw a reference from someone who's very muscular and super heroic. And if I, for example, if I need to do a female character, find good poses for muscular and super heroic, my go-to would be look at Autumn Ivy's work. Fantastic individual, very brilliant, and also an amazing model and pose model. There are any number for other different body types that I might reference. Unfortunately, not all of them have material that is appropriate for all ages, so I have to be careful who I reference here. But it's neat that I can just sample different body types, because for me, I think it's very boring to only look at or engage a single body type. That just, I find mind-numbingly dull. I really should do one of Boots. Boots is such a pretty cat. But I'm not feeling catty. I'm thinking I need to do something very, very grand. Okay. Very grand. Okay, we're going here. Oh, I have no music. Now, the reason I have to have music playing is not just for your, for your benefit. But if I don't have music playing, hi, Grim. Yes, I do. First off, I do not have the means to give you $3 right now, but you deserve far more than $3. And secondly, yes, I have con prep, so it only makes sense that I do. I'm going to sit here, guys, in front of a computer screen for long periods of time. Why wouldn't I just tinker? $3. Remind me, I'll just bring you a Mountain Dew. I can get you one far cheaper. Mwahaha! Okay. I like that. Lard. I really like that picture as reference, but I really like the pose and energy of, God, I can't remember that model's name, so I have to go scroll all the way back up and find it. If you go on Reddit, there are a couple of pose model groups you can join too, because a lot of times I don't want, I don't need the details as much as I need to see how somebody has laid things out. I didn't think I missed. Is she this far down? No, wait, no, because I looked at her before. I saw my huge pile of really awesome hair reference that I snagged. I really, really, really want that picture that I was just looking at. And until I find it, it's going to because her hair is just amazing. So I'm going to do some quick work here. It's a good pencil, but it is way too small for where we're working. There we go. There we go. Okay, so the start of human ear rough, but it's not, it's me, so you know it's going to be an elf ear. We could do that. Yeah, I'm looking very forward. Thursday is the game. And I actually have a lot of homework for the game. Look up Abby Darkstar. That sounds real familiar. Okay, I'll try to remember. What? Try to remember. I have Post-it notes. I don't have to try to remember anything. I just need to come over here. I got that part done. See? Note for myself. Set up kick, you silly, silly man. Nope. Because that sounds familiar. Look up Abby Darkstar. Okay. It's a little harder. There we go. Now, a lot of folks want to skip the construction lines. And sometimes you can. But if you skip the construction lines and you get lost in the sauce, good luck finding your way back out. Because you're going to need the construction lines both to figure out what the pose isn't showing you. So, like, I'm using a reference right now that has a lot of hair. By having the construction lines, I can still figure out what isn't there and work off of it. Oh, I will, thank you. Oh, you know what? I was actually, I assume you're speaking of Kelly Guntner. I actually just had the realization a couple days ago that I knew who, after knowing her for quite some time, who she reminds me of. And who she reminds me of, this is way back in the 90s. So, you know, the ancient before times for some of you viewers. There was a program called The Pretender. And it was about a gentleman named Jared, who was essentially a super genius. And he could pretend to be just about anybody and think of just about any process. And the thing is, an evil organization called the Center used him to design and respond to all sorts of very shady, clandestine governmental things that he didn't know about because he was just a kid. And then when he found out, he broke out of the Center, ran around, and then he just travels around helping people. But he is still being chased by Ms. Parker. Ms. Parker could best be described as an evil, angry, modern, I don't want to say charmless, but far less genial Emma Peel. But I want this leg to work. It's not perfect, but it will do for now. And then I just add some details here. I have to redo this hand. but I don't have reference for the hand itself, so the hand will be off the cuff. But her hair is magnificent. It looks just unspeakably cool. So it has to be something like a tight with like a gigantic poofy draping ponytail. And I just have to sit and suffer through many curls. But I've got the reference, and in the reference she is indeed holding something. But I'll do something over here with that. And we'll do some more over here. Now this is what the reference is giving me. I'm going to add more clothing in layers because I'm not just thinking about, the requisite Indie CD convention or StompCon. I'm also thinking about LaunchCon in a few months. So I have to make sure everything is above board. And then I'm going to have to do her eyes, which are going to absolutely be rough. Yes, I'm looking forward to the game Thursday because a great many of the players have been bothering me lovingly, and I'm not complaining about it, but about game questions and ideas, not quite realizing they are just feeding the beast. Okay, now, decent character draw up. Oh yes, she's absolutely gorgeous woman inside and out. One of the people I'm really pleased with made acquaintance of. Okay, now we've got her basically blocked out. I am going to have to do something with that. Decide what she's looking so intently at, because I've already made some changes to the posing. Because this whole outfit's gonna need, actual outfitting. So I'm gonna have to figure out some things. So I like that, but I'm probably going to add some more material, which doesn't bother me. Oh, but there we go. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. Lots of things I can play with. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to work on this hand. That's okay. When all this is done, I really want to do a comic too. I think it's getting really on time to bump that off my to-do list. I have a couple, but I have several projects that just require some education on my part. And I have very little time to educate myself on these matters, so I will have to do some things about it. I don't know. I love the skin tone I'm going to be using. So it's very important that I have it, but I'm not sure. And I have to, again, keep the spice levels to acceptable parameters, at least for both, the broadcasting and the target audience. That's okay. And yes, I have to look up Kelly's. I might use some of her stuff too. Of course, if I do it right, it'll be fan art, and then she'll be delighted. We'll see. Am I still on the good pencil? I'm still on the good pencil. I'm kind of digging it today. Let me see. Oh, we're already to an hour 20. Rock on. But I have to do, like I said, I have to do a character design for my son, because he did his. So that may be part of tomorrow. And not tomorrow. Oh, well, maybe tomorrow, actually. Like I said, I have a lot of work I need to do. But he drew it in his style, and then I'm going to have to draw it in mine. I have to draw 12 character sheets, 16 character sheets to have ready by Thursday. So that will be something I have to sit and do. And I don't want to overtly alarm my players, but as the levels have continued, the game becomes increasingly less forgiving. Well, the DM becomes increasingly less forgiving. We'll put it that way. I do want to say something, folks, and this goes out to the ladies, especially folks like Steph Marie, if she's still out watching this. You all are absolute magicians when it comes to makeup as an art form. It just blows my mind what I see you guys do. It's not bad. I'm trying to let myself use slightly more textured brushes because I am so prone to liking very clean brushes. So you'll have to tell me what you think. I need to find somebody who knows Clip Studio better than I do to find out how to do a couple things. Because what I need to do, I know I can do easier using the in-suite tools. But that again takes, continuing ed. Well, I don't like that. That that was a bad tangent. I'm gonna have to do some work on it. There we go. I can do this. There we go. See, I liked that line. That was a good line. That was a good hairline. There we are. I also am open to both possibly requests and definitely commissions for anybody who has stuff that needs done. Now, some of you, it's easy. I know what Grim would want me to draw. And I actually have some things on there I need to do, but this art takes time, but you can learn a lot by just sitting back, that shouldn't have been that hard of a line. Hold on. That should, though. Let's see. Yep. Just getting the lines on and working my way through. There we go. Hair is fascinating. How we style it, what we can do with it. The fact mine runs absolutely amok. But it's always neat to see how people choose to or choose not to express themselves with their hair. See, this, getting this line properly is going to be an absolute nightmare. But it's going to be so necessary for what I'm trying to do. There's going to be a lot of hard lines. Because part of this is the kind of piece where I may have another use for it. So I am doing a right now these are just bookmarks. They are what's it, 2.5 by 8.5, but that means I could use these in a book design fairly readily. As art on the edges, and I think that could work really well. I don't need this anymore, so get rid of that. I am going to have to figure out this part. Figure out what she's got going on in this hand. I'm gonna have to work on that one. That's okay. I'm okay with it. I don't know if I'll finish this one today, or this will be something that carries over either to impromptu Tuesday art or after I get the thumbnails for the shows for Wednesday. But cross here. Whoops, that line went completely rogue. Now, just do a little bit of this action. We could do this to close it up. There's a lot going on, and it's busier because of the blues in the background. So it's one of those where sometimes they absolutely help, and sometimes they can get in the way because there's already so much going on. And yes, I adore elf art because it gives me an excuse to play with different types of earrings. Like that alone is more than enough to amuse my black little heart. Do that too. Give her a nose ring. Subtle. Not an excessive one, but that looks better hollow. Cool. If only I had a device where I could just come in and be like, erase the middle. Yeah, that works. Do this. Come in. We're getting there. We are definitely getting there. I need, however, to erase this part because this part of the hairline was actually only there as a guide. And since it isn't needed, the guide can go. Or at least most of it. How do we want this to be? I need to figure out her silhouette a bit better before I continue much farther and get too caught in the details. And while this isn't by any measure a heavy person, even skinny girls have roles. And it's important to understand that. Whoa, that is not what we wanted at all. Let me make sure there's nothing there. Okay, there's nothing there. And we'll go here. Get back to it. But we're getting there. And that's all it's going to be about for a bit, is figuring out how we're going to get the lines where we want them, what those lines mean, what they're going to represent, what this character is about. I do this. I should have just enough space. To add. It's a little thick for my tastes. Oh. A dagger.
I have like what this.
Okay, I will be taking a break then because I need to do some parental duty. So we will run an ad real quick. Actually, I'm going to run one of my lengthier ads. And I'll be back in less than 2 minutes. Y'all sit tight, and I'll see you in a bit. And please like, share, and subscribe.
In 1948, a man was found dead on the beach. But he hadn't just washed up. Oh no, he was very nicely propped up against the seawall, very well dressed. But There were no labels in his clothes. They had all been cut out. Very mysterious, the police thought. And then they found, rolled up in his pocket, a piece of paper from a novel that said Tom Shud. When they finally traced it, it came back to the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. But it got even more strange, because in the back of the book, when they found that it had been torn out of, there was a code, a secret code that has not been cracked to this very day. When they finally found his suitcase, it had a mysterious jumble of items, some which were very hard to explain. Also in the back of the book was the phone number of a very mysterious nurse. What did she have to do with the death of the Somerton man? Find Death and Love Down Under, a novel by Carl Witzman, on Lulu.com in both ebook and print format.
Alrighty, we're back. And I am just eyeballing the outline of a dagger. Just for the picture, let's get a little bit more music going by the incomparable Dan Holofield. I have to do some stuff with this outfit, though. Still force myself to do parts I dislike first, which is I am bad at hands. I admit it freely. Arms are complex. I have a more animatory style. That last one was not it. That's not bad. Now, that is it. That's absolutely it. Oh. A little bit of thickness there, a little bit of thickness there. Referential thickness. Referential thickness should be a term in art design. Need to put something in this quadrant region. Let's zoom out and get a look at what we got actually there. I'm going to do this. Hold on. And then I'm going to hide this. This is what we're actually working with. Just have to work our way through how we want this to. to go. So it's just decided that this curls around as part of this kind of nifty, almost futuristic looking enchanted chair thing. Let's figure out what's going on in that hand. There we go. Little gloves to make things interesting. Do that. Just kind of lightly drafting out the belted look goodness. I should look to see if Kelly has some good reference poses. Oh. There we go. I want the black to just do that. Oops. Had a broken line there. Try some more. Nope. Back to chasing and closing lines. But this one is very much geared towards being black and white friendly first, and then worrying if it's going to work in full color, because this is definitely one of those pieces that is going to be something I can use for multiple purposes. And guys, I want you to always think on that. You put a lot of work in, a lot of heart and soul into your artwork and your whatever you're creating. Never settle for just one use if you can get more out of it. Okay? There we go. That's not bad. She is not bad. Figure what's going out here. Ah, that's what's going on here. Gotcha. Just need to do this. These lines are just a little too hard. There we go. Because that's the line and that's the dress. Oops. Yeah. We're there. We're definitely there. You know I'm having a good time when I'm willing to break out the hatching. If I'm willing to break out the hatching, you know something fun is going on. I'll just come over here and just straighten this a little bit out. Okay, I will admit, she seems a touch psychotic. probably shouldn't be handling edged weapons right now. It's a bit of that possibly danger to herself and others vibe, which is problematic because I've always, very competent, just slightly psychotic women will always be my jam. I'm sorry. I may have to come back with a smoother pen. There we go. But we're getting there. Right now, I'm just doing this kind of almost pearled belt looking thing. Oops. I'll go zero, just smooth a lot of that out. And I may just have to do this almost pencil and then ink style to get what I want, which is not something I'm afraid to do. I'm still a firm believer there's nothing you can do that's better than just putting in the hours. If you're going to do a drawing, don't be afraid to just do the work. And it'll take what it takes. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying her. Just oh, that's what's wrong. This is not a piece to tolerate soft lines. Hard lines and dignity. So yes, this is definitely going to get saved in stages. Problem is the thickness. There we go. Oops. Almost got there. Just want to do one of these. A little bit of shine. There we go. Little connections. And anywhere the circles overlap. It's going to turn it from a bunch of just circles to suddenly they look like they're connected random design rings. Beaded string. Whew! This one's kicking my butt. Not in a bad way, though. It is definitely kicking my butt, though. This is not a subtle piece. There we go. It's just about getting what we need from the silhouette. The more art I do, the more I realize just how much silhouettes are everything. I hate that one. Oh, that's coming out good. Hey, you have a great one, Chris. Let's see, how is she coming out? It looks like bookmarkable. That looks bookmarkable. I don't like how that's coming out. That looks wobbly and forced. I'm not gonna have a wobbly and forced signature. I just have to go through a lot of smoothing and refinement. And that's okay. Smoothing and refinement happens. It's just a chill practice. I'm a bit slower than I used to be, and I'm kind of proud of that. It's all freaking Drawfee's fault. Watched way too many draw shows like Drawfee, and mentally forgot that I didn't have to be banging out full done pieces of work in a half hour or 20 minutes or whatever, because that's professionals, and that's professionals literally doing a draw stream. They're talking about something that's being played back at a fast speed. But that's not bad. So we will save this, because I like the black and white on this one. So save as Drow Princess ponders her dagger. Bookmark. We'll save that. And we will file. We'll do that. And at least the black and white version of that is well done. Now, let's see if we can't do a color eyes version. I want to make her skin tone. A nice purple. Oh. Normal. You know what? Let's just do this. Let's just make her tan. That's dark tan. I want range. So if I go, well, it's not too bad. I'll have to do a little bit of work to fix some of it, but she is coming along quite nicely. Got that. I have to zoom and check all that later, but I think I like where we're going here. Let's see where we at. Well, I keep looking there thinking that I'm going to check, going to get the pings, but no, that's not bad. Still not bad. Oh, I missed a spot. There we are. Now, we are definitely going. Just go straight red. do. Well, like that's actually coming out. It's not bad. It gives a little more. I'm going to have to come back over several of these lines. But I like it now. So, not bad. Again, and it's going to need some cleanup. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't take it. It's such a good opportunity. That's funny to me. Pow pow? We like that? Yeah, it's bold. It's outstanding. We can dig it. Let's do that. Let's do that. Do that real quick. We'll have flatted this fella right out. Only part I can think I'm going to need to really work on right now is this bit of, that was burp, wasn't it? But this bit of area that just needs a touch of artistic love. And I mean, we're working on the flats. Not everything will be perfect. Let's see what's going on there. Yeah, I like that. So if we go, no. Sorry guys, we just gotta get in the groove again. And get in the groove. Pump up the jam while your feet are stomping and the music's popping. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Make my day. Wednesday. Floor tonight. Make my day. Now, add a layer, blend mode, multiply. Do you want to do this? Oh yeah. Basic shade first. Sure. Oh. There we go. This, we'll just soften her up across the board. This is going to give her a lot more details. Going to let her pop a little bit. Okay. Oops, that's a little excessive. There we go. There we are. Not bad. And we need to come back here. I will put a little bit of gold bead down in here. Like that. Now, oh, that's what happened. I hit darken instead of multiply. That lets me do a lot more. I can get this where I want it to be. And then I'm going to take this layer. And now we're going to add a layer. Blend mode, soft light. Take this, go back to our airbrush. Perfect. Give her some relevant, color and hue changes. I'm sorry, I get quiet when I'm really in the zone, and it's very easy for me to forget that you guys are sitting here patiently watching me do my happy little art pieces. And I don't want you to think that I don't appreciate you, because I completely do. There we go. Now, do this. Oh, that's a little thick yet. And this is going to give her a lot more color, a lot more personality to what she's doing. Just a hint of power. I don't want it to be overt. I just want it to be veiled on the edges. Kind of leaking faintly. There we go. Or do we just kind of rattling with it? How's that look on your screen? Not bad. Not bad. Can't really complain about it. Is it perfect? No. Oh, no. I realized there was a mistake that needs to be fixed. That gets fixed right there. There we go. Does she look like she is absolutely cooking with some power? Yeah, she does. I like that. And the blue is understated. Blue is understated. I'm not overdoing it. There was a temptation to do something with this. Just really cook with it. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to overplay that. So I'm not sure if I like that. We'll have to see. A second. Giving her another layer of light to play with. Over here. Just do this to make things even more complicated. We'll add a little bit coming off of there. Somebody's really sure what the heck is going on. And I am completely okay with that. There we go. It's got a lot of soft energies going. See, do I like the way that's looking up close? Yeah. Yeah. Come back to here. Go a lighter. I want everything she's wearing to be vaguely crackling with some kind of power. Like everything has a light and a life of its own. Oh, it's cooking! I am cooking with it! It took a second and it got there, but I am. Power practices. But look at somebody who is not taking any chances. What do you guys think? You like this one? Color? Okay. Not bad, guys. Let's see. Not bad. Do I want to do one more or do I want to call it? I need to do a commercial. So I'll take a commercial break, hydrate a bit, and then we'll see. Man, am I missing some old times. I really am. Yep. Alrighty. That's a 2-hour stream. I got a couple more bookmarks done. I know I need to do more just random dragon stuff, but I'm starting to feel it. So, guys, I'm going to run one more ad. Oops. I'm going to run one more ad. I'm going to wrap it up. Like you don't know which one it is.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
All right, guys. I still have a lot more work I want to do, but I've been going at this for 2 hours, and I've probably needed in the realm of parentaldom. So, guys, keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating, because as long as you do, you can edit it, you can improve it, but you can't edit a blank page. Understand that I love you and you should too, and I will see you all very soon for the next episode of Nevermind the Furthermore, if I'm not here sooner doing more artsy stuff. Till then, toodles. Bye-bye.